Chapter 13, Lesson 1, Vehicle Malfunctions. Proper maintenance can prevent most vehicle malfunctions. A sudden malfunction can create an emergency. Be prepared so you can reduce risk. Objective: list action to take if your tires fail. Tire failure. Tires wear more quickly due to poor maintenance, abrupt braking, sharp steering, bumps, potholes, poor roadway surface, unbalanced wheels and poor alignment, underinflation or overinflation. Tire blowout. A blowout occurs when a tire loses air pressure suddenly. A blowout might occur when a tire hits an object on the roadway or a pothole. The driver fails to maintain proper tire pressure. Older or badly worn tires are more likely to blow out. When a front tire blows out, the vehicle quickly pulls in the direction of the deflated tire. Steer towards the target and hold firmly against the pole of the vehicle. A left front tire blow is especially dangerous since the vehicle may pull toward the lane of oncoming traffic. What action would you take to avoid a car with a blowout that is moving into your path of travel? Well, you can steer quickly over to the right, or as he is coming into your lane, you can steer over to the left. But then you have to watch for oncoming traffic behind you. Handle a rear tire blowout just as you would a skid. Grip the steering wheel firmly. Ease up on the accelerator to slow. Do not brake. Check traffic situations as you gain control of your vehicle. Drive off the roadway slowly to a safe location to stop. Brake gently. Turn on your hazard flashers. Changing a tire. The most dangerous aspect of changing a flat tire is finding a safe place to change it. It is important to know how to change a tire. Where can you find information on changing a tire on your vehicle? You can look in your owner's manual. You can research it online. A lot of different places. Replace or repair a flat tire as soon as possible. If your spare tire is temporary or compact spare, drive on it only as necessary under the manufacturer's conditions for use. Many spare tires are called 50-50 tires. That means the vehicle should not drive over 50 miles per hour or more than 50 miles. List the proper steps followed if the brake fails. The rear and front brake each have a brake system. If both braking parts fail at the same time, your foot brake will have no braking power. The brake warning light signals a problem with your braking system that needs immediate attention. Total brake fail. Total brake failure rarely happens, but if it does, it is important that you stay calm. Pump the foot brake pedal, downshift to a lower gear, apply the parking brake, search for a safe place to steer toward. As a last result, rub the tires against a curb to reduce speed. When brakes overheat, they can lose effectiveness. This condition is called brake fade. This occurs after continuous hard braking. To regain full braking ability, stop the vehicle and let the brakes cool. Drive-through water can temporarily reduce your brakes efficiency. To dry your brakes, gently brake with your left foot as you drive through and leave the water. Friction will help generate heat to dry your brakes. Test them after leaving the water to be sure they work normally. Objective: describe what to do in case of engine or steering failure. Engine failure. Usually you have very little warning that your engine is going to sputter or stop. The vehicle can still be steered with a stalled engine. Your engine stops suddenly. Shift to neutral when the engine first sputters or stops. Begin moving out of traffic with your hazard flashers on. Do not brake. Try to restart the engine while you are moving. If the engine starts, shift into forward gear and proceed. If it does not start, move onto the shoulder or to the curb if possible. Steering will be harder when power is lost by engine failure. If your engine fails, turn on the hazard flashers, move safely off the roadway, and raise the hood. If you have a cell phone, call for help. Be sure to stay away from any traffic. Stalling on railroad tracks. If a train is approaching in either direction, abandon the car immediately. Get away from the tracks as far as you can. Run towards the train helps you avoid injury from flying debris. If a train is not approaching, you can try to restart your vehicle. If you cannot restart the engine, have passengers leave the vehicle, put the car in neutral, and push it off the tracks. Overheated engine. When the temperature light of the gauge is lit, turn off the air conditioner and turn on the heater. During stops, shift to neutral and press the accelerator gently. If the temperature light stays on or the gauge points too hot, move to a safe spot. Stop, turn off the engine. Do not add water to the radiator until the engine is cooled. Total steering failure. If your steering fails completely, immediately use your horn and flashers to communicate. Do not use the accelerator. Brakes could cause a vehicle to skid. Hold the parking brake release and use a quick on-off action. Power steering failure requires you to exert more effort to steer. Objective: explain what to do in case of loss of forward vision and vehicle fires. Loss of forward vision. When headlights fail, the hood flies up, or when your windshields get splashed with dirt, your driving view or your forward view is obstructive. Turn your vehicle's windshield wipers promptly to regain forward vision if your windshields get splashed. Check your rear zone. If your headlights flicker, use your right turn signal and move to the right shoulder of the road. You can active the dimmer switch, parking lights, and hazard flashers, as some circuits might still work. Check fuses and fuse clips. Vehicle fires. Most vehicle fires start in the engine. If your car suddenly starts to smoke, quickly steer the vehicle off the road to a safe open area. Have passengers move at least 100 feet away from the vehicle. Leave the hood closed and try not to put out the fire. Move away from the vehicle while you wait for the fire department. A passenger compartment fire is easily caused by a careless smoker. Pull off the roadway immediately and use water or a fire extinguisher and make sure the fire is completely out. Upholstery fires often restart, sometimes even hours later. Fire is possible in any collision where the engine compartment is smashed. Turn off the ignition and get the passengers out and away from the vehicle. Review. As a driver, what can you do to minimize the risk of tire failure? Why is it important not to brake if you have total steering control failure?